UNA baseball team picked up a series win over West Florida and then a midweek game over Union. Let's chat with UNA head baseball coach Mike Keene to get caught up on some UNA baseball items. And coach, you guys dropped game one to West Florida on Sunday, 5-0. Then bounced back Monday with two wins, a 4-2 win, then a 12-5 win. What was the difference between Sunday and Monday with your ball club turning it around to get the win over West Florida?
Well, part of it probably was the first pitcher for West Florida was pretty good. I went back and watched the game, and we had some opportunities to hit some of his pitches over the middle plate, but he didn't give us a lot, and his changeup was really located well, so he kept us off balance, so you got to give him credit. And then offensively, at the time, really struggling, even some of our guys that we need to get on base, and then the difference was, if you look around, T.J. Lockett just really came out on Monday and just was hit after hit all over the ballpark, hit a big home run. But I liked more is his line drives all over the park. And then, Kyle Hubbock was knocking all the runs in and did a really good job. And another one was Ben Cooley. So those guys, we had some guys kind of step up and got on base, got them in, and were able to get some big wins.
Then on Tuesday, a quick turnaround for the baseball program. It was an 8-7 come-from-behind win over Union on the road. And, Coach, you just mentioned a handful of names that we'll mention once again. It was really the top half of the order, and T.J. Lockett, Ben Cooley, Kyle Hubbock, throw in Brant Holland in there as well, that really performed well for you at the plate.
Yeah, it really was the top of our lineup. We kind of mixed the lineup, especially because Ben's been doing so well and Davis has been struggling a little bit. So I decided to give Ben a shot in the two-hole, and he did a really good job. And he had a big home run to tie it at 5-5. But, again, Lockett scored, I think, like 4 times, and then every time they're on base, Kyle Hubbock got a chance and knocked him in, and then Brant was another one that had a big hit, the game-winning hit. But prior to that, he had some really good at-bats that was able to knock in the runs. Disappointing was we didn't play great defensively to allow them that opportunity to tie the game up and get their runs, and then we gave up one home run. But it was good to really come back and get that win. I really felt we needed to get that win on the road.
Let's talk about Ben Cooley for just a little bit, Coach. You just mentioned you moved him up to the two-hole spot. His last 3 ball games, he's posted 2-hit ball games in those contests, hitting .375 now on the season. What's he doing so well at the plate?
Well, he really worked on his balance. I think that was one of the things in the last year is he'd kind of get a little overswing a little bit. His head would come out a little bit. And I think really what helped benefit him, one time we were doing some hitting and his swing was so balanced, so his back was bothering him a little bit. So he realized that his hands are quick enough to be able to just stay quiet. And he's hitting the ball consistent, doing well at a bunt. He had a big bunt in the last inning. It was the one that sacrificed the runner to second base to allow for the tying run to come in. But I think as long as he stays consistent, stays balanced, and doesn't try to do too much, he's going to continue to have a good year.
Next up for the Lions, a road trip to Cleveland, Tennessee to take on Lee, a team that's coming off of a series win over West Alabama in the opening weekend of conference play. What's the scouting report on the Flames?
Lee's, the numbers similar to us, they actually have more stolen bases than us, so they're a team that's going to manufacture some runs. I think they're going to use the short game effectively. Obviously like to steal bases, but the one thing that I've noticed that they have 3 really good weekend starters, and I think that's going to be the key is see how we match up on the mound, and we're going to have to pitch well. We haven't played well, since Lee's been in the conference, to be honest with you. When we played at Lee, we've had bad games both time we go there, so we need to kind of change the path. But, their game 1 start is a transfer from University of Tennessee. I know their game 2 is a transfer from Hill Community College out of Texas, and then last year they're the same guy that came back last year. But they got like 6 or 7 guys that are returning their lineup. So obviously they're a good ball club, coming off a big win against West Alabama. We're coming off a big win against West Florida. So, another big weekend for us.
UNA baseball on the road this weekend, a conference series with Lee. Be sure to visit RoarLions.com to get game updates as UNA baseball heads on the road for a weekend series.